And oh gosh, why? What's up, everybody? Jingle12 here, back with another video. We are going to be discussing today some interesting information about the Frost Rail. It's going to be a quick video. I ran out of time today. I was working on another video and I ran out of time. So this is going to be a makeup video for today until that one is out, hopefully tomorrow. So this game has this tower, the Frost Rail, and this Frost Rail is very difficult to obtain. This is one of the two towers given out for the winter trials. It is highly difficult to gain, and I'm going to show you guys exactly why. But before I get into that, I've got to do this, guys. If you would please hit the subscribe button down below. You don't have to do so, but it helps me out. Also, I'm going to be doing this exact same thing in the next video, so you can go ahead and skip that portion in tomorrow's video because I'm going to be doing the exact same thing for the first part of it. You can skip that part. Whenever I get to the calculator, skip that part. It's the exact same thing, so you guys, early viewers, are going to get to skip that. So good job getting in here. Yeah, notification squad. No, okay. So the Frost Rail is incredibly rare, and the reason why is for a variety of factors. Actually, two main factors. The first factor is that it has a 2.5% chance of being given every time. That is a 0.025. Nope, that's also incorrect. 0.25. That is the chance of getting it right there out of 1. That is how many times you would get it out of 1. So one game out of 100%, you get it 25%. You get it 2.5% chance of the time. So that is 1 in 40. That is 1 in 40. Okay, that's not correct. 1 in 40, which is the exact same number. So that is already incredibly rare by itself just to get it once. 1 in 40 of all will get it for you. So that's pretty interesting. Now let's go ahead and find out let's go ahead and discuss how long it takes to beat the winter trials. The winter trials is incredibly hard, and with that you aren't always guaranteed to win it. Though if you find a good strategy, you can win it repeatedly and you can make good time on your gameplay. However, you only have a limited amount of time to play this game. You can only do it on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, up to the March 29th. And on March 29th, it's going to be especially hard, and we do not know just yet why it's going to be especially hard, but we have been pre-warned that it will be especially hard. So, moving on, we know that the game takes at least an hour to beat. However, I have not seen one faster than my strategy, which is 66 minutes about. I have not seen one faster than that, excluding Weeby's one instance where he made an orbital fire extremely rapidly and got it done in under 45 minutes. He was cheating, just saying. But that is the other. That is usually it takes about a little over an hour to beat. If you do some other strategies, it can take up to an hour and 15 minutes. It just varies depending on what you're doing. But so take that for example, and let's see here. How many times would it take for us to beat it? Say 5 times. So let's go with just 1.15 just for it right now. And let's say most people are beating it about that amount of time, 1 hour and 15 minutes. What? So it's not 1.15, it's 1.25. Click. It's 1.25. Okay, can I do this right? 1.25. So that's about how much time it's taking them to beat it. So if we go ahead and we multiply this by, say, we want to beat it 5 times. That's 6 hours and 15 minutes to beat it 5 times. That is a lot of time. That's a fourth of a day. That is 1/4 of a day right there, just wasted, spending your time trying to beat it. That is a lot of time. Now, if we did it in 1 hour and we did 5, it's of course 5 hours. So I mean, it just depends on your strategy. So you can save time. You can save a lot of time. But then again, we aren't even putting into the point that you're going to lose. There's absolutely no way you're going to avoid losing. So it's going to increase your time rapidly. Time to find your teammate. Time to get ready. Breaks, because you're going to need them. it's going to increase your time significantly. I barely managed to get like 7 a day. I try to get 7 games a day, but it's not going to happen every day because I am so busy. Because I can't do it the whole time. So a few is usually how many you can't get a lot in a day. So if we wanted to do, say, 10 times 1.25, 12 hours, 12 and a half hours, guys. That is over half a day. That's over half a day. 20 times, if you want to be at 20 times. Oh my gosh, 25 hours. You want to beat it 30 times. It's let me actually 30 times. The math for 20 was easy, but math for 30 is not as much. It's 3.75. So I mean that's over 2 days. If you want to beat it 30 times, what was 20 again? 25 hours? That's a day. To beat it 20 times, you have to play it consistently for a day, non-stop, and win every time. Do you see the absurdity with this? Just saying. You see how crazy and how hard it is to do that. Now let's drop this and let's go on ahead and find out how many hours we have total till the end of the season and the end of the winter trials. So we have exactly 5 weeks left. We have 24 hours a day, 48 hours a week. So 48 times 5. We have a total of 240 hours left to beat the winter trials. If we divide that by 1.25, okay, clear. Divided, clear. Divided, 2 more O divided by 1.25, it would take us, we would get 192 games. That is a lot of games, I will not deny. However, guys, that's literally means no sleep, consistent gameplay, non-stop. And 192 is impressive. You can almost guarantee yourself the Frost Rail if you had to beat it that many times, but 192, guys, that's absurd. To do it, to be playing that much every day, and you can't, and this is assuming you don't have anything to do on those days, which I have plenty to do on those days. I don't ever have those days free all the time. I'm lucky to get those days free. So consider yourself lucky if you get a full day's worth of gameplay. But if we were, say, 24 hours divided by 1.25, we could get ourselves about 19 games if we played nonstop for a full 24 hours. 48, okay, it would be divided by 1.25, should be 19 point, okay, yeah, so 19.2, yeah, simple math right there, 38.4. So you could get yourself a lot of games if you played nonstop and you didn't lose, but theoretically it's possible, but at the same time, it's absurd to play nonstop for 48 hours. That would be literally like draining. And I'm not even considering eating breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Snacks, breaks, none of that is included in this. Restroom breaks, taking a shower, all of that. I'm not even putting those into consideration. Sleep's out the window. You don't even sleep. So, or other events you've got on the weekend. Surely you've got things you're doing on the weekend. Chores. I mean, there's no way. There's no way. Usually, you're lucky to get 3 hours a day, guys. For those casual gamers, you got like 3 hours. For those hardcore gamers, you may get 6. That's if you're lucky too. So, I mean, that's almost nothing. Very little time. You've got very little time. My goal personally is to get about 60 wins total, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think I've got the time for it, but we will see. I may end up getting 50 wins. I want at least 50 wins, but I'm going for 60 here. And I'm about to show you guys why, because the more you beat it, the higher chance that you're going to get it. Not like the actual chance of it being rewarded increases, but the more times you beat it, the more chances there are for you to get that 2.5% chance. So the more times you beat it, the more chances there are for you to actually get it. So there's actually a way to calculate the chance of you getting it in a total amount of times, So events. So like you win it like say 40 times, then you can find out what the chances are of getting it. And the math here is actually 30. It's actually 0.975, which is the exact same as saying 39 over 40. And then you go and you multiply this. Actually, you don't multiply it. You put it to the power of how many times you want to beat it. And then you minus that number. Then it's the absolute value of that number minus 1. So say we were doing, let's say we beat it 5 times. Times that. And then we'll take, I can't really, I don't think there's an absolute value here. So we're just going to do minus 1 and we'll ignore the negative. So we have about a 1 in 10 chance of getting it in 5 games. Pretty low, right? Let's go again. 0.975 to the power of, say, 10. We beat it 10 times. We now have about a 25% chance, 22% chance of getting it. Still pretty low. It's better, but it's still pretty low. If we go ahead and we clear it again, let's go at 2.975 to the power of, let's go with 30 for now. Now we're starting to get where we want to be. We've got over a 50% chance of getting that tower. So now we're really up there. We're at over 50% chance of getting the tower. Once again, ignore the negative. That's unrelated to this here. So 0.975. Let's say we want to beat it like I wanted at least 50 times. That means if I do it that way, I have a 7 in 10 chance of getting it. It's a little bit less than 3/4. So a little bit less than 3/4 chance of getting, which is pretty good, but it's not guaranteed. And there's always that chance that you're going to get that 1 in 4 bad chance. So immediately not good. If we go ahead and we take this and we go for my actual goal right now, which is 60, so 0.975 to the power of 60, we have a 21 chance. So that means I've got about an 80% chance of getting it. So that's really high. An 80% chance is really good. It's really good, but it's, again, not guaranteed. And that is a lot of times. If we were going to say 60 times, we're going to do my strategy, which is 1. I'm going to go with 10. So 1.1 here. Okay, not 1.1, 1.2. Actually, no, 1.1. No, clear that. 1.717. That's about my time. If we do that, that's 72 hours. 72 hours of gameplay. Once again, not including breaks or losses. Not including losses at all. Breaks is not gameplay, so that's kind of out the window. Now, this does not include your losses, your games that you lose. 72 hours to get an 80% chance of getting it. Not even guaranteeing it, just an 80% chance of getting it. I've got to be honest here, guys. I feel like this is just a bit absurd. I mean, that's such a high chance. And this game mode by itself isn't even easy to beat in the first place. Let me go check here. If we go to the game and we look at how many people have actually beaten it so far, we have a total of, I believe, 6 people that have actually gotten the tower, the frost rail so far. And if we look at how many people have actually beaten the winter trials, we see only 60 people. Only 60 people. Out of the hundreds, the thousands that play it, only 60 people have even beaten the winter trials. Out of those that have beaten it, only 6 have gained the frost rail. 4 or 5 of those, I'm not exactly sure how many. Most of those were gained during the first day, whenever the tower had a much higher chance of being awarded. So we're down to getting maybe 1 to 2 in about a month. 1 to 2 people getting it in about a month. I'm not including the wins of those people that had it with a higher percent chance. So this is like going to be the most rare tower in the game, and the chances are a bit absurd. Unless the devs do something to lower the chance of it, increase the chance of it being given, or maybe on the special day that it's really hard, give it like a 50% chance of being awarded or something like that. I don't see this tower being given out to almost anyone. The difference here between this and the Lord Tower is that the Lord Tower also has a 2.5% chance, but the difference is the game mode, the Lords of Ruzo game mode, does not end. It'll be here forever. It'll keep going for the rest of the... It'll keep going for the rest of the year, hopefully, unless the devs decide to make some drastic change, but I doubt that's going to happen. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to minus it from 240. Ignore, once again, the negative. So that leaves me... That's just short, I would say. A little bit short of a third. If we were to up that by maybe 1, it would be a third. If it was 71, it would be a third. 71 hours, it would be a third of my weekends. A third of my time on my weekends would be spent playing the Winter Trials. That's a lot. So I'm honestly hoping I get it sooner than that. And most likely I will. More than likely I will get it, the Frost Rail, before. I have a higher chance of getting it before. Well, I don't have a higher chance, but I have a very good chance of getting it before I actually reach that many games. So let's hope that doesn't happen, but you never know. I may get really unlucky. Guys, I hope you did enjoy this kind of overall analysis of this. It was just a calculator. We were just going over the math here, but yeah, it's crazy. It's honestly crazy, and it's hard, and it's difficult. Oh, the other difference with Trials of Ruzo, by the way, is that the games only take 30 minutes instead of an hour. They are a lot shorter. They are a whole lot shorter. They are half the time it takes for you to beat the Trials of Ruzo. I mean, not Trial. They're about, well, maybe a little bit more than half the time it takes you to beat Winter Trial. So, major difference. But guys, I've got to go to bed, so I hope you guys enjoy this overview video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe button down below if you want to. It's your choice, not mine. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.